What is up? It is deplorable coming to you from not my closet. Um, we have I've got 3 pages of notes and a video I want to show you. Just a bunch of stuff to get to today. So let's just get right into it. I found the video I was talking about in the last video that I made about the people coming out and saying the vaccines really suck, pretty much. So let's get into that real fast, okay?
I think we cannot overemphasize the fact that we really don't have very good safety monitoring systems in many countries, and this adds to the miscommunication and the misapprehensions because we're not able to give clear-cut answers when people ask questions about the deaths that have occurred due to particular vaccine, and this always gets blown up in the media.
The deaths that
One
have
should be
occurred,
able to give
we don't have a
very
way to
factual
monitor
account
the
of
same.
what
I thought they
exactly
were
is happening
totally
as what the
safe.
cause
Nobody died, right?
That's but in most cases there's some obfuscation at that level, and therefore there's less and less trust then in
Yeah,
the
because
system.
you lied to us about the safety.
What she's saying is the fact that they've had to lie to us to sell these vaccines, and they have a vaccine court where they have to pay people hush money, and they've got to sign what are they non-disclosure agreements and stuff where they can't talk about their children. Happy one minute they take them in for a vaccine, and right after they get the vaccine they start having a seizure on the floor and they die. You don't hear about these stories because there's a court in place that they don't talk about that pays people hush hush money when they have an actual case of somebody dying from a bad reaction to these vaccines. So let's continue.
Every time that there is an association, be it temporal or not temporal, the first accusation is it is the adjuvant. And yet, without adjuvants, we are not going to have the next generation of vaccines. And many of the vaccines that we do have, ranging from tetanus through to HPV, require adjuvants in order for them to work.
Those are
So the
artificial
challenge that we
things
have
to
in front of us
irritate your
is
immune system.
how do we build confidence in this? And the confidence,
like
first of all, comes from the regulatory agencies, to Marianne.
Aluminum.
When we add an adjuvant, it's because it is essential. We do not add adjuvants to vaccines because we want to do so.
What this man is saying is an adjective is what David Knight was saying in the background is it's something that they add to the vaccines that irritates and messes with your immune system to trigger it, and it seems it's having a bad reaction. People are having bad reactions to it and stuff. He was saying they have to add these things to vaccines. Adjective can be a different bunch of stuff, which in a later video we'll get into what actually is in a vaccine. I really want to do that. But he was saying they add these things to vaccines that work, not really, but work, and they know it's bad for people, and they do it anyway. So he's pretty much saying that they're adding stuff to these vaccines that they know is bad and all this stuff, but they're doing it anyway. So let's continue.
But when we add them, it adds to the complexity. And I give courses every year on how do you develop vaccines, how do you make vaccines. And the first lesson is, while you're making your vaccine, if you can avoid using an adjuvant, please do so.
Okay,
Lesson
keep that in
two
mind.
is,
Why should
if
we
you're
be
going to use an
concerned about
adjuvant,
adjuvants? They're
use
safe.
one that has a history of safety. And lesson three is, if you're not going to do that, think very carefully.
Oh, awesome.
He said that they tend to use the ones that have previously shown more success than the other ones in the past. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's successful. It just means they're just using the most successful out of the group that they have or whatever. But it doesn't mean that it's good. Okay. Yeah.
If it's not safe, use it anyway. You largely apply the immunogenicity of the antigens that they are added to, and that is their intention.
it seems to me they multiply the reactogenicity in many instances. And therefore, it seems to me that it is not unexpected if they multiply the incidence of adverse reactions that are associated with the antigen, but may not have been detected through lack of statistical power in the original studies.
You are correct.
He's saying that there are multiple cases of people having adverse reactions to these vaccines and they're not documented. So you're not hearing about how these numbers, what the number really is for people dying from vaccines.
Correct. As we add adjuvants, especially some of the more recent adjuvants, such as adjuvant-derived adjuvants, we do see increased local reactogenicity. The primary concern, though, usually is systemic adverse events rather than local adverse events. And we tend to get in the
usually systemic
phase
rather
2
than
and the
local.
phase 3 studies quite good data on the local reactogenicity. Those of us in this room that are beyond the age
What
of
you should be concerned about, we're out of time here, but what you should be concerned about is the systemic effects of this. Local, he means, oh, you're going to have a little, smallpox sore show up or something like that. Systemic means it's going to compromise your immune system. It's going to cause you to have long-term effects like autism or rheumatoid arthritis. Yes, the old Heidi-ho. They're going to tell you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna close out of this. My mouse don't want to work. Sorry. No.
In the UK.
I can't exit out of it. Well, anyway, okay, you can stare at Paul Joseph Watson. Oh well. Okay, so it's pretty crazy that this is out there. You can get to these. You can look at what they're saying. People, there's courts all the time about this stuff that they have recordings for, so people can look at it because it has to be public knowledge. So if you really want to know what the heck is going on and stuff, look into it. So that's why I'm against vaccines. Like I said, if they don't have to add certain stuff to it and all that stuff and it would work, I would be for it. But obviously these people just explain that they have to add these things to it, these bad things to it for it to work, but it don't necessarily work. And it targets your immune system to act and all that stuff, and it's just a mess. It's just a mess. So I would rather just not deal with it. I am for science. I am for technology and doctors and stuff like that. But that's just one thing I can't. If I have a kid, I can't. I don't want to take the chance. I'm a chancy person, but I just can't take the chance with life, So okay, so this relief bill, I've been looking into that because I don't know exactly what was in it, and I know they had a big spat about it and trying to add stuff to it and all that stuff. So what I did find out that's in it is 3.5 billion is set aside to states for child care benefits for child care workers, first responders, and others on the front line. 1 billion for security supply under the Defense Production Act. Trump is enacting the act. He said he's enacted it a few times before, but pulled it back because the companies came through. Well, this time he's enacting it because obviously we're in a pandemic. A virologist, a U.S. virologist, Dr. Jabala, he was saying this is why the vaccine's not going to work for the coronavirus. Corona has existed everywhere in animals, but this behavior is different. Much more aggressive and lethal. Lethality is uncertain. People become infected after having it and only having it and being cured, which is, crazy. It attacks the lungs, heart, and liver. China is withholding valuable information for patient zero, which patient zero, if they find out, where exactly they were and what they did and all that stuff, they can have a better idea of how the heck this happened. Because if this is natural, then where did it happen? My idea is they're withholding information about patient zero because they infected them. That's just my thought. I don't know if anybody's thought about that, but I'm thinking that something happened with patient zero that China don't want to know. Maybe they bought it from the United States, these colleges that were messing with it, that have come out and said, oh, we were messing with the coronavirus, but one day we came in and it was gone. So maybe China bought it and infected patient zero, and that's why they're withholding information. That's just my thought. Back to his, um, let's see, what else? Oh my gosh. We've been asking for a SARS-1 vaccine for 20 years, and it hasn't happened. Um, they have tried a few times, but they have identified difficulties that these viruses are not immutable to these vaccines. That is really crazy. So because of that, they may need several years of research. So we're looking at years of research and all that stuff. So them saying a vaccine's coming soon, with how bad vaccines already are, I'm not taking a chance. I'm not taking a chance. I don't know about you all. Do what you feels right, but knowing what I know and hearing these people who actually deal with this stuff and make this, like, I don't know. I don't know. So the best comparison of this is the Ebola virus in Africa. They made a vaccine, whoever they are. They came out and made a vaccine only because it started spreading beyond Africa. So keep it in mind. And I don't know how well that worked out. I need to look into that. Um, and I wanted my last video. I said the news broadcast you should listen to was China FN. It's actually China in Focus. So I just want to correct that because I want y'all to get accurate news. So go to China in Focus and watch them. One more thing. I'm trying to get a new setup and everything. I'm trying to look at new cameras and a microphone and all that stuff and see where this YouTube stuff really takes me. And eventually I'm gonna get out in the streets and do investigating and journalist and be, just I'm gonna I'm gonna do it all. Just give me a chance. I'm trying to get a setup, okay? Um, the corona. Is it a bioweapon? Is it man-made? I'm pretty sure it started in North Carolina College. Um, and we should take it if it's man-made. Oh my God, we should really take this serious. Like, be the could this be the end? Um, one more thing I want to show you. I don't know if you've ever know the Georgia Guidestones. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can exit.
Millie Weaver and Caitlin Bennett in the American.
Yeah. Hey, good for me. Yay. Like I said, I'm gonna. These are the Georgia Guidestones. It's the Georgia Guidestones erected anonymously in March 1980. It's inscripted with 12 different languages. Hole in the center column always leaving North Star visible. Precise horizontal slot indicating sun cycle. That's pretty crazy. The 10 guides for a new age of reason with the new world order. These people who have the real power and stuff, what they want, they don't want a whole lot of people. 7.5 billion people is a lot of people to try to keep under control. We've gotten out of control. They don't like it. So the first one is maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. And if you go and look at it and stuff, it's just all these crazy things. Like it's just really crazy that first commandment. It's like you really want to kill off 7 billion people. I don't know. People do this stuff. So and I also said a Bible verse, Ephesians. It's Ephesians verse 2-8. It's not Ephesians 2. So sorry about that. The reason the relief bill was postponed is because Democrats try to add shit from the new Green Deal Do y'all want to read that together and see what the new Green Deal is? I did a video about it previously. I didn't really get much into it, but it talks about trying to stop cows from farting, so it's pretty crazy. The Dim claims bailout of big business. Um, if we do not protect big business, Ford, etc., GM, I said that backwards, sorry. If we don't help them to an extent, then we're not going to have a job to go back to. So, them claiming that Trump's trying to do a big business bailout and all that stuff, we didn't get ourselves in this position. We didn't expect this. We didn't want this to happen. This is help. A fucking bailout is the banks got themselves into trouble and we come to the rescue because they're stupid. So, I just want everybody to know, don't panic. We need to band together and stand together in this time, and just keep Americans strong and just be there for each other. And if you see somebody in need, please help them out. It's just the right thing to do. Even if it's your last few dollars, try to help somebody out. God's always got your back. God's always gonna be there and help you out. So if you ain't got money, maybe you don't need money. Maybe you need something else and you just aren't aware of it. And maybe that's gonna come. So let's see. Okay, there's that. Um, and I do personally believe that, Trump said something about I'm gonna run out of time. Oh my God, this video is so long. But Trump said something about going back to work before Easter. I do believe that if some areas are like completely, good to go and stuff like that, I really feel like businesses should run. I feel like we should try to maintain what we can and be strong, and not just be like, oh well, let's have a handout. That's not what we are. We're not socialist. This can turn into some shit like that, and no. You don't need it. You don't need. You go make it. You go earn it. You want it. You go earn it. Um, let's see. I was thinking, what I wonder if oh, there's also another virus that's popping up in China right now. It's called the Hanta virus, HANTA virus, Hanta virus. Might need to keep an eye out for that. Um, I wonder if these people told Xi Jinping, the president or the dictator of China, I wonder if they told him to shut up and just let the shit spread. Because it seems to be more vicious than what we think. And there's also 21 million people not using their cell phone in China right now. There has been CO2 emissions so bad on the thermal scope satellite that it was glowing off the charts. And only that, when it was raining there, they had some rainfall and it was black, and it was all the burnt dead washing down on them. This shit is crazy. What the hell is China doing? But they're trying to come out, oh, we're gonna give you all supplies and all this shit. No, people have to buy that still. We have to still buy that. So China's not coming to the rescue, and then everybody glorifying it and stuff. China's not helping us. We still have to pay for it. We're helping ourselves. We have to, they started it and now they're trying to. No, the Communist Chinese Party needs to pay up, own up, and deal with it. And they need to end. People are coming out about how they're sorry. There's videos of so many people from China coming out, just average people, and they're like, "We're so sorry. Our government is crazy. It's absolutely crazy." Let's see. I'm pretty sure we got all through everything I wanted to mention and stuff. So, just stay safe out there. If you need to go out, go out. Don't be. I don't know. I don't know if we should be fearful of this. I don't know. Just be there for people. Help each other out. This is what we need. And just know that this is God's country, and I'll keep y'all in my prayers. I really do. Just live, laugh, and learn, y'all. I will catch you next time I make a video. Later.